So one of the biggest reasons why you're not losing weight is because you're too focused on eating healthy and not focused enough on eating for your goal. Hey, I'm Joy Diggs. I'm a personal trainer and dietitian, and I want to share with you today some of the top reasons I've seen my clients who are eating healthy are still not meeting their weight loss goal. Is because they're not focused on the right thing. Check this out. So let's say you're going to work with your coworkers, right? Y'all go to a restaurant, you look over the menu, and you see a salad, and you're like, okay, cool. I know what I'm gonna get. And you order the salad, but you don't realize because it has all of these toppings that the salad is 1,000 calories. It has eggs, it has nuts, it has avocados, it has fruit, it has all these toppings that are they're considered healthy. They're healthy foods, but because of that quantity, because of all those things that are added to it, it makes the actual calories of the salad way too large. And you can even think about when you go to like one of those places where you can make your own salad or make your own grain bowl or make your own smoothie or make your own smoothie bowl. It's so many ingredients packed on top of each other that though the actual foods themselves are healthy, the actual quantity is way too much. And so when you eat that particular food, smoothies, grain bowls, salads, smoothie bowls, or where a lot of those hidden calories can be, you end up eating way too many calories for your fat loss goal, and therefore you're not able to lose the weight. And while we're on it, let's talk about those portion sizes. We're not even talking about the salads anymore. Let's say you had a plate of food and it was salmon, sweet potatoes, and your vegetables, but your actual portion of salmon was way too large. And how much sweet potato are you gonna eat? I mean, we're talking about a humongous potato, and then your vegetables may be a little bit on the plate. So it was like you got the salmon. The salmon is healthy. The sweet potato is healthy, as well as the vegetables, but your portion sizes are off, right? It's just too large of a piece of salmon. It's too many ounces. The sweet potato is twice as much as you're supposed to have. And so when you look at that actual plate of food, the calories are too high. Again, because you're focusing on eating healthy, you didn't get the fried chicken. You chose the salmon instead, right? You didn't get the French fries. You did a baked sweet potato, and you added some vegetables, but the actual portion was too large for you. It could have been fine for someone else, but for your personal goals, it was just way too much food. So you got to also make sure you're looking at the portion size of what you're eating. So yeah, so we talked about you can be choosing stuff off a menu that looks healthy, but it's too many calories, or you can be making your own food and the portion sizes are too large. But what about the actual calories themselves and what the calories are made out of? Right? So calories are made out of macronutrients. You probably heard the term macros. That just means a large amount of a particular nutrient, macronutrient. And that's your carbs, your proteins, and your fats. And sometimes your macros are imbalanced. There is off. You eating all these carbs, but you don't have adequate enough protein or healthy fats for your particular goal. You're saying that you want to have more muscle, you want to have more definition, but your protein is way too low for your particular goal. It may be enough protein for adequate health, but is it enough protein for your goal? A lot of times it's not. And so when I measure my clients' body fat percentages, sometimes they've lost weight, but they also lost muscle. And when I started to ask them, well, hey, how much protein have you had? And we look back at what they've been eating, we see that the carbs are way too high, the protein is way too low, and the fat just kind of falls where it is, right? So you got to look at not just the calories, but what are those calories made out of, and how much of each of those nutrients do you need for your particular goal? And last but certainly not least, we got to mention food sensitivities. So often, and this is becoming more and more popular, but often people are eating foods that are not the healthiest for your body. Again, we're talking about your body. So you can be eating something that is healthy in general, but the way that it interacts with your body is causing inflammation, it's causing bloating, it's causing headaches, it's causing aches and pains, and it's not allowing you to lose the weight because your body is fighting against whatever that food is. It could be something as simple as wheat, dairy, or soy, which is some of the common sensitivities, or it could be something like eggs or nuts or a particular vegetable that you're eating. You know, there's so many different things and so many variables when it comes to how foods interact with your body. So if you feel like, hey, my calories are on point, my macros are on point, I'm exercising as much as I need to, why am I still not losing the weight? There may be something that you're eating on a regular basis that's interacting with your body in a negative way that's not allowing you to lose the weight for your particular goal. So, in summary, it's not just about what you're eating, it's about how much you're eating and also what is the food made out of and how is it interacting with your body. There are a lot of different factors when it comes to wanting to lose weight. I know people make it sound like it's a simple thing, just calories in versus calories out. It's a little more complicated than that, right? And so if you find that you feel like you're doing a lot of the right things, but you're not moving towards your goal, think back about what are you choosing to eat off of the menu? What are your portion sizes looking like when you, of course, make the food for yourself? How do your macros look? And then are there foods that are interacting with your body that you may be having a negative response to? All right. Hope this video helps. Make it a great day.